what she said was to play the what if game. How many people play the what if game already? Okay. So there's two ways to play the what if game. What if or what if. So how many play the what if game for disaster? Yeah. How many play the what if game for possibility? How many don't know? And I thought that was really interesting. So in this, and she gave this great exercise. She said, you got to play the what if game. What if humans had 3 arms? Is that a...
I was just telling her that's how I play it.
Yeah.
All the weird stuff.
What if we had only thumbs? What if the sky were green? She said to spend day practicing playing the what if game. What if cats had 2 tails? What if, she said make things up. But as we do that, we begin to create new grooves and open our imagination and creativity, and we can begin to go down a new track. And it's been scientifically proven that we can create these new grooves and new way of seeing in our lives. And I thought, well, that is how prayer works, isn't it? Do you know where that drumming's coming from?
I'm thinking that Suzanne's children.
Oh. It's the divine heartbeat. So that's how prayer works. Is that we have this container that knows with God all things are possible. With God, there is the infinite power and creativity. And I do love children. So with God, and so the prayer works creating a new groove. That even though I'm feeling angry and upset, I know that there is a power for good that is always operating in my life. We are creating that field of consciousness and opening up that possibility, and we are opening up the grooves in our lives to see and experience life in a new way, in a different way. And so it brings me, the one point I wanted to talk about here is having either or consciousness or both and consciousness. So either or consciousness. Either I do something right or I experience it this. So either I can have this or I can have this, but in my consciousness I cannot have both. Right? Either I spend my money for this or I spend my money for that, but it's just either or. And so when we live in the either or, we are limiting ourselves and the possibility of life. But if we can switch that to the both and I'm feeling angry right now, and I'm moody, and I'm emotional, and I know that there's a power for good in my life. I experienced destruction with this fire, and I'm sad, and I've lost everything. And I know that there is a possibility that a new life, a new good, a new perspective can be born from this. And so I challenge you this week to know where it is you're thinking either or. Either I have this or I don't have this. Can we expand our thought to know that with God, with the infinite power, presence, and intelligence and the possibility, I can have both. I can be angry and still know the presence of God. I can have something happen in my life that seems like a catastrophe and be open to know that the possibility of good can be born from this. I can not like my job and still know that I'm loved and supported in every aspect of my life is lifting me to a higher level of knowing who I truly am. So with God, all things are possible. With God, you are possible. That's how, with God, you are possible. You're able to breathe, you're able to move, you're able to have your being in this world because there is an infinite divine creator that has brought you forth into perfect divine expression. So today, I leave you with going and seeing where it is it's either or in your life. Where is it that you can only have this if you do that, but don't see the possibility of good? Where is it can you expand your thought to say, hey, I'm here and this sucks, and I know that it's all working out for my highest good? Because what I want to say, this really isn't Pollyannish. This isn't to say, oh, it's all good. I mean, it is, but it's not. Because how many people have ever been told that statement in their life, it's all good, and you're having a terrible, terrible day, and you just want to punch them in the face? I'll show you all good, right? But if we can be able to not be Pollyannish and know that even though I am experiencing a bad day, I can hold the possibility that this is all working for my greater good. So as you go through your life, these either-ors are very subtle, but if we can identify them and know that with God all things are possible, we can begin to expand our own mind and consciousness in oneness and recognize that everything in our life is for us, our greater good in some way, and be open to that possibility. We'll be able to see and change our perspective and know and experience that with God, all things are possible. So one of the things I'd like to do here, because this is a powerful, conscious group, is to come together in prayer today, knowing that with God all things are possible, and that even in the midst of disaster, that good is being brought forth in ways that we can know and not know, and see and not see, but that we have the eyes, the ears to hear and see it, to feel it, to taste it, and to know it in every moment. So let us move into prayer. And as I center into myself right here and right now, I recognize that within me and within each one is an aspect of us that has never been hurt, never been harmed, knows only love, power, peace, joy, and is in perfect divine harmony with all of life. And I call this place God. I know this place as the universal good, as the infinite power, the divine love, an infinite creator and source of all things, of all life. And I recognize that this is the truth and essence of everyone and everything, that God is and is being brought forth through all of its creation. And I am one. I am one with God. I am one with this infinite divine source. I am one with this possibility. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for each and every person here. I know this truth for nature. I know this truth for humankind. I know that this is the very eternal flame that is burning through and as all things, for the evolution of the body, mind, and soul. And so it is in this knowing that I hold the consciousness of knowing that with God all things are possible. That even though people are experiencing destruction, that there is a power for good that is creating through and as all things. And so I am able to honor and respect the course of nature while being compassionate and empathetic to those who are affected by nature. I'm able to know that with God all things are possible, and so I align my faith and truth and know that as I move forward, I do so knowing, loving, and experiencing good and God. And so I know for each one of us as we move forward, as we are aware of our own either-or thinking, that we expand into both and, knowing that we are the possibility of God being born through us as us. And so I bless us as we move forward, as we expand in our consciousness of oneness and wholeness, as we are able to see, hear, feel, taste, and touch the divine in new and miraculous ways. I bless us as we expand our consciousness of good and bless the world, and so it is.